Hey everyone, just thought I'd give you a quick video update. First and foremost, hope everyone's safe, hope everyone is managing to adapt to your new working conditions okay. Today was due to be the annual Esendex live event, and this year we was going to focus on collections and the collections industry. Unfortunately, as you know, these crazy times that we're living in, we've had to postpone that. But given that it was supposed to be today, and given that I've been trying to do a video update for quite a while now, I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone, and still give those who were due to come to that event a bit of an insight into what Esendex are doing when it comes to collections and how we're using our solutions to engage with that. So, those who've known and worked with me for a while know that Esendex as a brand has been helping collections companies, whether that's DCAs, debt purchasers, or in-house collections teams for quite a number of years now. That started off as just being simple text messages that were asking that customer to ring up and speak with the organisation about their account. As we know, the way in which you can now communicate has evolved over the years, certainly since I started working with a lot of the brands that, Esendex are fortunate to supply solutions to. And also the smartphone has changed the way in which customers now actually want to engage with the brands, and the days of having to pick up the phone and speak that way are long gone, and whilst phone can still be a very good channel, there's a lot of digital stuff that is now evolving. So where Esendex have been trying to bridge that gap and add more value to any organisation we work with is by implementing self-serve payment technologies, and that has been delivering some fantastic results for some of our customers, where they're driving up not only the amount of payments that they're taking and engagement levels, but it's driving massive efficiencies across their business, reducing the cost to call, allowing agents to speak to those people who are not engaging with them and use different channels to do that. And that's been something that we've been proud to be doing over the last few years. But the whole focus of the Collect event that we was going to do today was to showcase and demonstrate our new platform, our new proposition, which is Mobile Collect. I'm not sure how it's going to come across as the screen, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of an insight into this. So here it is on my screen there. I hope you can all see that. Now, essentially what this is a simple text and a simple email that has been automated, where we're picking up our customers' data and firing that out and hitting somebody's phone email address with the type of contacts that you're already sending. Where this differs from what we've previously been doing is it's more a joined up way of us managing a strategy on your behalf. So historically, we would have had a number of customers who are sending out messages, we're processing the data, texts are getting sent, payments potentially made, and at the end of the day, we pass back data, and it just keeps going on, and there's that piecemeal transactions of data being passed. Now, where this product has evolved to is once they've validated themselves. So let me just do this now. And here we go. So hopefully I've now passed the IDV that was in the data that's passed to me. And this just gives me a little bit more information about what the account balance is. And as me, as a customer of Esendex, what options I have, making a simple payment, setting up a payment plan, making a promise to pay, or choosing to engage doing it on here. It's not asking me to call if I don't want to. It's not trying to force me down a channel. It's giving me options to actually make that payment. So, if I wanted to pay the balance off there, I can click the make a payment button, I can choose the amount, and I go through the normal steps that I would typically have. But where I think this is really, really good and can really help some businesses is on the setting up an installment plan part. So I'm just going to press that button. So what you'll see on the screen, it's giving you the option of this is the balance, and it's asking, what frequency do I want to pay and how much do I want to pay? So, I can select weekly, fortnightly, monthly, and I can make sure that the payment plans that I'm setting up are in line with what I can actually afford, And for our customers who've gone through that process of doing an affordability check with their customer base, you can set business logic up in there that are saying that, Adam, he's unfortunately struggling, so he can only realistically pay £20 a week or a month or whatever that sum may be. So whatever that business logic and that data that can flow into our solutions, we can ensure that whatever the customer sees on here, it's in line with the work that you've done behind the scenes or on any other engagement that you've done. So also it'll let me pick a date of which I want to make that payment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a monthly payment plan, and I'm going to pay £57.50 a month, and I'm going to make my first payment, let's go with the first of the month because that's my payday. So I've selected all of that information, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to press next, and then hopefully this the Wi-Fi. So now that's loaded up, this is giving me a proposed instalment plan, and it shows me the dates that I've got, how much I'm going to pay, and asks me to confirm that. Now, where this really adds value to organisations and is, a massive progression from where we historically were of having those data flows going on, backwards and forwards, is as soon as I press confirm, I'll automatically get a text message confirming this is the payment plan I've agreed to. We will then store that data and ensure that on the first of each month, I'm automatically going to be sent a reminder message that gives me that link and provides me with the options to go on here. But instead of giving me all of the cool options that when I first engaged with it, I'm only going to be able to have the payment plan options on the make a payment options on there. So it's going in and allowing that customer to keep getting reminded and keep providing that nice, simple, easy to use payment solution. But let's say for whatever reason that person forgets to make a payment or can't make the payment or chooses to just not engage with you, then what the solution automatically does, and which is really cool feature, is we can design a number of strategies that sit behind it. So, we can automatically go into a broken promise strategy. We'll know whether that customer has made a payment on our solution. And then if they don't, the next day we can automatically start sending a reminder message, chase message, however you want to address that, and continue to go through some form of broken promise strategy until they either make the payment or continue to default, of which we then hand that account back to yourselves and give you the ability to communicate, whether that's sending out traditional letters, making phone calls, or anything like that. So, in an ideal world, they'll continue and go through the whole payment process, and ultimately this solution will give them the reminders that they need, should they need that. I need reminders. I'm terrible at making payments unless somebody sends me a text. So, giving them those reminders, and then ultimately, you're not having to engage with them. They're just going to go through the process until they make that payment. We'll continue to report and let you know any touch points that they're using this solution for. Along with that, it gives you the promise to pay, works exactly the same way, but this is where they're saying, I'm going to pay off my whole balance and this is when I can afford to do it. Uses exactly the same logic as the installment plan option. But one of the final things I just wanted to quickly showcase to you is that contact us button. Now, we all know that the way we engage with people is completely different to how we did 10 years ago. Those who've met with me and spoke with me at any great detail know that my favourite stat is that 30% of UK smartphone owners don't make a single phone call in a week. Absolutely nuts when you think about what these were originally meant to be, but the smartphone technology and the way in which we now manage our lives on there means that actually we probably don't do as much talking as we should do. We do a lot of messaging and a lot of conversing through the other channels. And therefore, this is why I wanted to show you this, because with the solution, you can integrate it into whatever channels you have. Whether that's traditional, give us a call, here's our number, pointing them to an email. If you have live chat, we can hand it off to that live chat thing. But probably my favorite feature, and if I was somebody who was receiving these types of communications, and I think now more than ever, as more and more people are having to work from home and people might not have the telephony platform set up to do that home working, or they just want to engage with people in a way where they're probably better engaging, and that's the text us option. So, me as a customer, it might be that I'm having troubles making that payment, or there's something that I need to discuss. I can enter my telephone number into here, press select, I'll automatically receive a text message that will allow me to reply. As soon as I reply, it goes into whatever contact centre that may be, and there's skilled agents that are there and can converse with me via SMS around whatever it is that I need to speak to. And I can just sit on home on the sofa when I'm taking a break from my lovely new prison that I'm finding myself in here, and if I am watching TV, I can reply to them. I can strike up that conversation in the same way as I'm going to strike up a conversation with my friends. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully that's just giving you a bit of a flavour as to what our Collect product is. By all means, if you've got any more questions, or you'd like a much more deeper dive into the functionality and understanding, how this can add real value to the way that you're engaging with your customers and, trying to run new smarter collection strategies, then by all means, please feel free to reach out to me. Or if you've got an account manager within the Esendex or Comify group, then speak to them, and I'm sure they'd love to hear from you. But that's all I wanted to say. Quick, short, not so sweet, 12-minute long video, and hopefully speak to you and see you all soon. But stay safe, everybody. Cheers, bye.